Ladies and gents, welcome to game number 1. This is game number 1 in a best of 5. We are closing in on the end of the round of 16, but we still have some games to go. So we have Dogao and Ganji now, best of 5. Tomorrow we have 3 more sets. We have Nikov and Ink. We have Bact and Paladin. And then we have Doubt versus Huang for the big round 1 finale. Woo boy! So I know that it's easier for many people to get here on the weekends, but the full schedule is posted below the stream. If you're wondering where Viper is, where Hera is, Tato, MBL, Leary, Vivi, Max, Yo, if you're wondering why they're not playing in the qualifier, it's because they're already in the main event, okay? And so the main event is going to have many of these maps, and what we're doing with this qualifier is determining the 8 players that will join the top 8, alright? Here in the red, we have, wait a second, these civs are not correct. Hold the phone. These civs are not correct. This is Aztecs versus Britons. So Ganji's Britons, Dogao is Aztecs. I'm not sure why it says Celts here. Let me just update that. There we go. Wait. Damn it. I'm sorry, bear with me here. This is not my fault, okay? This is totally Overlay Guy's fault. There we go. Perfect. I saw an eagle, and I was really confused. So, Aztecs for Dogao, who is expected to be one of the players who makes it in to the main event. Ganji's here looking for the upset. I don't know if we have any Swedes out there, but Ganji is the best player from Sweden nowadays. And he's a really nice guy, really active in this community as well. Tough matchup for him, though. Like, the thing is, he left Aztecs open. This is confusing. He didn't ban Aztecs, which is a clear pick on Arabia if you have it available for most pros. And he's gone for Britons. Britons are certainly a civ that can beat Aztecs, but I feel like it can also be very complicated. The map is kind of a dream, though, for Ganji. A nice little boar micro there. But the walling potential on the front is good for him if he wants to go towards Castle Age. These golds could be fine with some walling in front. I would say Dogao's map is a little more open, but he's also going to be the aggressor here today. So is it an advantage for qualifying players that they'll have more experience than the top tier playing competition on these maps? J-Roby, I think so. However, one thing you need to remember is that all the players who are already in the main event can watch the qualifier, so they can get an idea of like what players do. What's the most important thing for you guys is certain players adopted certain strategies. Certain players went for certain maps, and 8 players from the qualifier are going to make it into the main event. And throughout the whole main event, we try and guess who is who. So if Ganji makes it through somehow, and someone picks Britons on Arabia for game 1, then you have to think back and say, I wonder if this is Ganji. So,
ready.
How many people watching right now did not see Hidden Cup 1 or 2? Anyone? There's a lot of people. Oh man, I'm getting scared, honestly. The amount of viewership we've had for just a qualifier is crazy. That's awesome, guys. Well, anyways, there's a lot I haven't told you yet, but just mark it all from your calendars. Let's put it that way. I know many people were new to the community with Hidden Cup 2. Hidden Cup 1, we had 6,000 watching the finals. Hidden Cup 2 in April of last year, we had 17, and this year... Did we hit 10K today for the qualifiers? Guys, this is with no promotion, really. This is... If we hit 10K in the qualifiers, it's with no promotion, really. I have no front page. No announcements, really. I'm really happy with that. So I guess thanks is what I'm trying to say. So, this is not going to be so easy for Dogao. With the wall potential of Ganji's base, the only issue would be the gold. And he's going to wall that. And he's making militia. This is a drush. So, we'll see where it goes. T90, ask for Twitch to put you up in recommended front page during Hidden Cup 3. Yeah, I'm trying to keep some things hidden. I don't want to tell you guys everything I have planned for Hidden Cup. Obviously, I'm going to speak to Twitch about promoting it. And there's a lot of other things that I just won't say because the main event needs to be special. But believe me, I think that Twitch will be aware of it. Let's put it that way. So, Man-at-Arms is the decision for dogao. Now, actually, if dogao can't get through, this could be good for Ganji because the berries are here. All the militia are meant to do is delay. All the militia are meant to do is buy time. They're not really that important in the grand scheme of things. And while that offends all the militia who are watching the stream, I'm sorry, it doesn't apply to your life. Like Ganji, if he gets these walls up, it's huge. And he micro-nerded, walled in that villager so the gal couldn't kill her. Her. Unfortunately, Ganji ran into a wolf, but Dogao's looking to send the Man-at-Arms forward. Guys, I feel like Ganji will be really happy with this. Seriously, now Dogao has gone to Feudal Age to make Man-at-Arms, and he can't do any damage. The villagers on berries, they're idle. It's just meant to buy time. And now he's upgrading to Man-at-Arms to attack militia. So he's putting 100 food and 40 gold into an upgrade. I think he needs to cancel the upgrade. Yeah, he either needs to get forward quickly and make use of that upgrade, or just cancel it entirely. Whereas Ganji's is in Dark Age, playing super safe. He will be fully walled. I'm not sure what his build order will be like exactly. I don't know if he'll have the food. Hopefully he will, but... you know, he might not actually without the deer, but this is still a very good start for him. So do you guys want to hear a fun little fact about drushing? So, you might see it here in a second. Watch what happens when the villager gets attacked by the Dark Age scout. Okay, well, so when a Dark Age scout attacks a villager, the Dark Age scout forces that villager to attack it back. So, meaning, if the scout attacks the vill automatically, without the other player deciding on doing it or not, turns around and starts attacking. A Feudal Age scout, the villager runs away from. So having your scout with your drush is important because if you attack a villager, it kind of freezes, it stops, and then the militia can get extra hits. That was a long-winded explanation, and that was a very good cleanup from dogao, and this is very much needed pressure for him. Guys, Ganji is about to arrive in the next stage. What does this tower accomplish for dogao? I don't think he can get in. When Ganji's in feudal, he can build a defensive tower. That he will do. Ganji is on stone. And I think if this tower goes up, he could build more, and he's safe for now. Did that make sense, by the way? The explanation with the whole Dark Age scout thing? We didn't really see it there. But that's a big reason why having your scout involved in a drush makes sense. If it didn't make sense for you, then you're probably beyond help. Sorry, Rachel. Sorry, Rachel was the first person to say it didn't make sense. But it's okay, I'll try my best next time. You guys make me a better person. There's the archery range. It is a bit weird. Normally you're not seeing players go to stone. Which sounds dumb, right? Because you're going to be towered when you're this defensive, but... The reasoning for that is because you'd rather have 2 or 3 more villagers on food so you can click up. Ganji, if you're on stone, place the tower. There you go. Man, is dogao flooding military. This is ridiculous. He has eagles, he has man-at-arms, he has archers, he has skirms, and he just spotted there's a tower there, and so now he's going to go elsewhere. Listen, if you're towering like this, that's cool, but stone wall here. If you commit to stone, that's beautiful, but stone wall and do not let these units in. This pressure is unreal from dogao. There's a reason that dogao is favored to not only make it into the main event, but also go far into the main event. How many people remember who dogao was in Hidden Cup 2 and how his series went? There's the stone walls, good. Yeah, okay, so he faced Leary, and he lost 3-2, and the 5th game was honestly a throw. Normally, throwing a game isn't something that would be used to complement a player, but he had all 5 relics. And Leary, there was a few holes in the wall, and Leary won. So, to lose to Leary in the quarters shows you, like, 3-2 shows you how good he was. But, hey, Ganji? We're talking about dogao. Ganji's on the way to the next stage right now. And if I were him, I would consider sneaking out of here. once you get crossbow. Sneak out, and then try and run over to dogao's base. He has the scout active to see what dogao is up to at the moment. Yeah, the stone wall is finished. He'll finish over here. And when he's in Castle Age, the stone walls get more HP. Now, dogao, he knows there's a risk that these units might run out in a second. It would actually be interesting to see dogao wall there. 9 times out of 10, when someone says, why not wall them in? I say, no, it doesn't make sense. But here it kind of makes sense. But then again, I'm not sure how much sense it makes for Ganji to run out with only 3 archers. With no upgrades. It's kind of a disappointment, but we'll see what Ganji's able to do. Miguel did not make it into Hidden Cup 2. You're thinking of Hidden Cup 1. But yes, Hidden Cup 1, Miguel was a beast. Dude, I called Miguel. I was like, Miguel... Well, first off, a few months back, he asked me when Hidden Cup 3 was going to be. And I was trying to keep him involved in the schedule and everything so he could play, but he never got DE. He said first that it was... He said that his PC couldn't play DE. And I said, well, I can help you with that. You know, we can get you a PC. And then he said, no, I don't actually have the motivation. So, he'll be back. He said he's just taking a break. He will be back. Can Ganji push the other Brazilian? The other really strong Brazilian. They actually have fire out there as well. Brazil's just stacked, but so far he hasn't done anything. The crossbows just ran forward to die. But yeah, I think for some players, it's not the end of the world to take a break and then come back refreshed. You know? So I think that for Miguel, he'll be back. Miguel will come back 3 months from now and he'll be like, wait, you guys had to deal with how many bugs? Thank God that's fixed. The pathing was like, what, the first month? Oh, thank God that's fixed. That's funny. Just thinking about that. Because the game has really improved ever since it came out. It's not perfect. There's still some issues with it, but there's also some fantastic things, and the updates continue. I find it kind of a bad sign that it's realistic that Ganji could lose a crossbow to a wolf at the moment. Like that's life for him. Woo woo woo. Hey, he's played in community games. He knows about the memes. He's good. But this is a lot of crossbows, and dogao still hasn't clicked up. Dogao still hasn't clicked up. So Ganji will do his best to micro here. That was a lot of pressure from dogao. He just... Okay, now he's clicked up to Castle Age. But you have the Britain range. So you have 7 range, even without having Bodkin. This is very doable here. I like the micro. And dogao has no armor on the skirms, so the skirms, they'll melt. This is winnable for Ganji. Ganji just took the score lead, guys. Dogao's not even fully walled yet. And more crossbows are on the way. The power of Britons, the power of the micro from Ganji. This would be a huge upset. This would easily be... I think it'd be a bigger upset for Ganji to beat dogao than it would be for Huang to beat Dao, to be honest. Maybe Ink beating Nikov would be just as huge as Ganji beating dogao. But at the moment, guys, dogao's not going to have army when he makes it to the next stage. Okay, what is one thing that dogao is doing with his walls that would easily be a telltale sign it could be him if he makes it into the main event? Notice the house walls. Brazilians do this. Fire and dogao are known for house walling like crazy instead of rushing down palisades. And it's actually going to cost him here. Obviously, palisades would melt, but it might possibly have bought him a little bit more time. Now, in Hidden Cup 1, when Fire was playing, I said I thought it was Fire because of the house walls. It was actually someone else house walling like that. But after the fact, Fire said, he's like, that wasn't me, but I do that, so good guess. So keep that in the back of your minds. Okay, so Elite Skirm is affordable for dogao. So we'll have that. And honestly, it might even be better for Ganji to just run back. Do you want to run in here or not? Maybe. It depends on how confident he is with his micro. Like, that's a free kill. These are all weak from earlier. How's your micro, Ganji? His micro is decent so far. He'll also have the hill. One skirmisher goes down. Now he's added a second town center at home, so his eco will grow. Dogao has to run up this hill. He has to close in. There's just too many skirmishers, I think. Oh, you could stay in the minimum range of these skirms and fire on the rest. This isn't bad for Ganji. This is not bad for Ganji. The 28th or 31st or 30th seed, I forget. It's actually god tier micro from Ganji. Let's go, man. Look at this. Using the Britain range, whittling down skirmishers. He's doing just fine. Now, it's a lot of focus here. When we look back to his economy, I'm really curious what it's all going to look like. Because balancing economy... What? He killed 2 vills? Balancing economy and doing all this is difficult. Yeah, everything's super compact here. But he's doing well. Dogao could actually lose this game. Dogao is behind.
Ready.
Dogao could have stonewalled. He could have done so much. He thought he could hold. He possibly underestimated Ganji. Ganji has a villager lead. He has a military lead. And look at all the vills here. Look at all the vills. Look at this. Now, go for the army first, because if you take the army out of the picture, the vills are still going to be there. It's tempting. Dogao knows it's tempting too.
Ready.
Dogao knows it's tempting. He's going to fight with the vills, just so he hopes he can clean the army up. Sacrifice a few more vills to take care of the army. Ganji's still microing here. He hasn't looked away. He's still dodging shots as he's shooting villagers. And guys, there's more. Wait, or they were coming. There were more. Ganji's repositioning. Okay, he wants to go even more on the offensive with the siege workshop, but he has an 11 villager lead right now. That, not only that, but the fact that Dogao does not really have a counter to Mangonels and crossbows at the moment. It's purely elite skirm to counter the crossbow, but if Mangonels start coming out, normally Aztecs would go for monks. That's not so easy when the Britons have the crossbows to snipe the monks. You do not get many chances to beat a player who is way better than you in a best of 5 like this, so you have to make this count. You have to assume Dogao's probably going to win. 2 games minimum here. If Ganji wins, this is probably going to 5 games, right? So take advantage of this, Ganji, and push the victory home. No Mangonel yet, no Scorpion yet, and now a siege workshop for Dogao. Now, Ganji is on stone, so I think if he needs to expand... he's actually placed a town center, garrisoning the vills, and is shooting the tower down. That's nice. But if he needs to expand or wants to be super aggressive, he could build a castle eventually. Good patience from him here.
Ready.
It just has that feeling that Dogao's going to climb his way back somehow, doesn't it? But skirmishers will die. The Mangonel is out, and now Dogao's nowhere near any of his reinforcements. Jordy, Leary is going to co-cast Backed versus Paladin tomorrow with me. Maybe he'll be the main caster and I'll be the co-caster like it was today with Belgium, I'm not sure, but... Wow. Alright, how's your micro, Ganji? Be careful, there's a mango out here, there's still skirms around. This is intense. Oh, uh-oh. He sees it immediately, and he fires? Why am I so nervous? I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. Why do I feel nerves? 3 TCs. Now Ganji, you could tell he's heavily focused on the micro because he's getting housed a lot. He's getting pop blocked. So he's gotta place some houses. A castle for Dogao now. Uh-oh. He's adding houses, and he takes a big shot! No! That was as good a shot as Dogao would have hoped for. And Dogao gets a Mangonel kill as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Many of these crossbows are weak. And there we go. There's a bit of redemption for Ganji. He's also taking care of skirm still. He's still fine. He's still fine. But he only has 13 farms, guys. He's focused so heavily on his micro. Dogao has 23 farms. Dogao, he's safe now on the right side. He's protecting the gold. And it definitely seems like, yes, Ganji was microing like a god. He was doing that because he wasn't putting as much attention at home. If you're talking 15 farms versus 27 farms, yes, Dogao still has a lot to do to deal with all of this pressure, and Dogao could possibly overchop here. He needs to be careful. The economy could kick in for the Brazilian. Nice micro again from Ganji. He wants in with the knight so he can take out the mango. Okay, the palisade wall will go down. That's possible now. The knight's weak, though. I think the skirms can take it out. Maybe a hit or two would be worth it. 1, 2. Okay, 2 hits. Just hit the wood line. Yeah, I don't think you necessarily need to go in. You just have to control the game here. So, oh wait, there's another knight on the way. The villagers are dying. He sends the mango in, and a big shot on the skirms, and another shot. Boom! Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. This is sick. The repair bills will go down. The mango goes down, and now Ganji realizes he has to back away, and he will. This is so well played from him. This is so high. Oh boy, Dogao didn't have horse collar. It's not the worst, I guess, with Aztecs, but the farm numbers were supposed to be a good thing for him. I was just gonna say, is this Dave or is this Dogao? And then Dave was in the chat and he says, that's my boy. What's up, Dave? Uh-oh, please don't run past here and lose your units. Thank you. Just, if you keep the army numbers up, go to Imp and get Arbalest. Get Arbalest and Champion. And he's getting closer. It could hold against Skirmisher and Eagle for Aztecs. I mean, Dogao's been under so much pressure, he hasn't been able to get a single relic. He doesn't even have a monastery, which is normally huge for Aztecs. I think we'll see very close Imperial times. But you can see just how... Like, there's some differences I need to talk about here, as they're both on the way to Imp. Ganji's had TC idle time. He hasn't been creating bills out of his TCs at all times. Dogao, there's never a moment, really, except for this moment when I'm trying to use this as an example, where he's not creating bills out of his town centers. So he's caught up, and he, you know, is able to balance that with his micro a little bit better, and now he's making a hard switch into Elite Eagles. And Aztec Skirms aren't bad either, with the Atlatl upgrade, or the Aflac upgrade as we call it. If Dogao has this gold secured, that's a lot of gold to use, and it is not easy to kill Aztecs with Britons. And there are areas to expand to, but this is so exposed. Ganji actually didn't have as much on stone as he probably should have. I think in an ideal world, he would have a castle maybe on this hill or this hill to protect those areas. I see that being very, very exposed in the near future. Uh-oh. Dogao? Does he assume... He's guarding the relic. Does he assume that this is closed off? I think he does. Well, it might not last that long, but it is annoying. He could lose a few villagers. Who knows how close Ganji's paying attention to this right now. Yeah, in the end, the crossbows might kill a vill or two. But, you know, as you do this, are you creating vills at home? That's the question. I think also Dogao has some great vision on where he needs to hit because of where he was earlier. So he'll know that Ganji will probably push to the right side and expand there. And he'll know that Ganji... He might have even seen the vills go to the gold because of those towers. 140 population for Ganji, 125 for Dogao. The vill counts are even at 99. Elite Eagle will be on the way for Dogao. And he has 1 relic, and it's about to be 2. And it could be 3. And Dogao has the skirms. And Dogao has 2 castles to defend, and Ganji didn't know that. I think you have to prep champ here. Not only do you need to prep champion, but you need to have castles because here's the issue with going straight champion. If you go straight champion, dogao will just avoid you and raid your base with eagles, so you have to have it fortified with castles. Skirms have full castle age upgrades, so Ganji should realize that the Imperial Age skirmisher upgrades aren't being prioritized, and that eagle will come in. And he's going for armor on stable units. And he just has one stable, so maybe he's thinking light cav or cavalier. Uh-oh. See, dogao, he'll know this. He knows he can defend here for a while and repair with all that stone and raid. Oh. This is gonna hurt. A player of dogao's quality will know his win condition and he knows how to use mobility. I'd expect this gold to be gone for Ganji soon, and Britons just can't keep up with the mobility now. If he holds this position and keeps shrubbing the castles, he might have something good for him. No, please tell me that's okay. That's walled. I forgot about that. Okay. T90, you jinxed Ganji? No, I didn't jinx Ganji. Get out of here, man. It's just dogao is a beast. Dogao is a beast. There's no other way to say it. And also, has to be said, Aztecs are incredible against... What is this? What? What is that? He's trying to make choke points for his archers. Okay. But Aztecs are incredible against Britons if Britons don't get a huge lead. And Ganji did get a big lead. It's 150 population. This is a smart move, actually. Against 160. Dogao didn't hit the gold, though. He did hit the stone. I'm surprised he didn't send an eagle there. So you build stone walls like this, so your archers have something to sit between. It does not mean you save your trebs, though. But it might make it more difficult, and will make it more difficult for dogao to kill those archers. That's pretty cool. That's 40 Briton Arbalests. Eagles are anti-archer, but you can't surround them now. So that's a position that Ganji might hold. But it's just another reason for dogao to spread his wings and fly with these eagles. So now he's on the gold. He has 3 relics, guys. Ganji can stay in the middle all he wants. Dogao's gonna raid him to death. Villagers dying on the right. Villagers dying on the left. Dogao will say thank you very much. I'll take that gold. As he does, he might even spot this base. You need a big push in the center now, Ganji. You need to force dogao's hand. That's the only way to avoid the raids. Wow. He needs more houses. Oh, there's a hole. Oh, this is looking so dire for Ganji. There's eagles everywhere for dogao. Everywhere. There's a group here. A group here. A group in the main eco. A group on this gold. A monk getting that relic. It's just non-stop movement. Oh no, and he tried to plug the gap too, and it's still gonna be open. Ganji will have no villagers pretty soon, man. Dogao doesn't even care about the Arbalest. He's just raiding and raiding and raiding. And Ganji, who played so well, loses game 1 to dogao. Breaks my heart, but normally I do this after a series. Salute the crap out of Ganji, because that was sick. I mean, and dogao. You have to credit the guy who came back from that. But yeah, I think, again, yes, it looked pretty. And yes, dogao was losing a lot of villagers. Ganji was killing a lot of villagers. I think the difference between a top 10, which dogao could possibly be, or top 15 player microing that, and Ganji, who's a top 50 player microing that, is that some other names would keep their town centers producing villagers the whole time. He had a 10 villager lead. He probably should have had a 20 villager lead, or a 25 villager lead. He had 1 castle. He probably should have had a 2nd castle. It's those things, man. You need to play perfection to beat a player like dogao. The KD is very similar. Actually, Ganji had more gold, but dogao somehow had more food, wood, and stone collected, and he was making his way to 4 relics with Aztecs. There's so many things you need to do. High-level AoE 2 is so goddamn punishing, and we saw it there. But that was sick, man. If the rest of the games are like that, this best of 5 could be the best of 5 we've seen today. Woo! Well, I need a breather. I really need a breather, but there's no time for that, okay? Game 5 is here. Or, no, what am I talking about? It's not Game 5. I hope we see Game 5. Here we go. Game 2 is here. Arabia just finished. And Ganji has Bay and El Dorado as his home maps. We can't see Britons again for Ganji. We can't see Aztecs again for dogao. And we cannot see Mongols or Vietnamese throughout the whole series for either because of the Civ bans. Will it be Bay? Will it be El Dorado? It is Bay. Or Pants, as some people have been calling it. In the red, we have... Whoa, hold on. Wait. Hello? Earth to game. Switch colors. Earth to game. Don't confuse our audience. In the blue, we have Ganji. Ganji is playing as the Japanese. And dogao is playing as the Persians. Alright. No huge surprises here. I think both can be really good. Japanese and Persians, you're going to see a lot in the main event of Hidden Cup, I think. Because people are already picking it in the qualifier. I think main event, we're going to see a lot of the same. Japanese, cheap lumber camps, cheap mining camps, cheap mills. Save a lot of wood. They have fishing ships that are as strong as tanks. It's very hard to kill them. Persians, their TC works faster in Dark Age, Feudal Age, Castle Age, and Imp. So they have an insane economy. And I would say they're a bit more mobile than Japanese. And I'm not sure which is better for some other maps. For here, I feel like Persians is only better if they take the map. Japanese, I think it's a bit easier to win water control. Persians, it's a bit easier to take land control. And that is flat out what Bay is all about. You have the land option. There's deer if you want it for early food. You have the water option. There's fish. And that can last a long time. And then there's tons of stone and gold and relics. And yes, okay, I will acknowledge the fact that some people are calling this boxers, shorts, or whatever. So I'll take some questions now. How can dogao pick Persians? Persians don't get heresy. Okay, I'm not getting the joke. Is there a joke there? Or am I not getting the joke? T90, it's getting late in Europe. Thanks for the stream so far. An earlier start on the weekends would be appreciated. Good night, everyone. Well, we will be a bit different with start times next weekend. I don't get it. Heresy dogao, I flat out don't get it. But you also have to consider that there's a lot of people who are watching that are not from Europe. And also most of my stream times cater towards Europe. So we'll have a fine mix. But you have a nice night, man. Oh, his team is Heresy. Ah, yeah, duh. Ah, I see. Dude, Heresy, guys, listen, in my defense, Heresy is a dead clan. Heresy's dead. Heresy is not really a clan, okay? And damn it, we were focused on that and Ganji lost a vill! Ganji lost a villager, ouch. So after losing game 1, when he was so close, he lost a villager. That's sloppy. Maybe some jitters. But no, like, dogao, Miguel would maybe be the only players on Heresy, but Miguel's not playing. And I know that a lot of players who are on Heresy just switched to other teams. Heresy was basically the team for people who didn't have a team for a while. But I get the joke. Well played. Okay, so both players fought with their scouts there for a moment. They both have 30 HP. And they both could consider fighting this, but dogao seems to think it's safer to go back. Now with Persian, starting with extra wood, he built his dock before Japanese and got that fishing ship out. Uh-oh. Here we have it. I almost hope dogao loses his, because... Oh, he did lose it! I didn't jinx someone! Well, it's not as bad for dogao as it would have been for Ganji, because Ganji already lost a villager, and at least now he can scout. So dogao took a risk, and the scout goes down. Now, to all the people who think they're wise, and they think it has to do with the fact that Ganji is player 1, that's actually not the case. Ganji's player 2, because Ganji was red with a standard color. So it's not, there was no host priority there, nothing like that. That can play a role, but I think the previous update has fixed some of that. So let's see what dogao can see. I mean, of all the maps to lose your scout on, this isn't the worst. because you know they're going to be over there, you kind of have an idea that he's docked. And dogao's already on his way to fuel. So it looks like a strategy very much to win water entirely. Ganji is now getting Loom, and he'll be later to the next stage. First game was incredibly close if he just got here, yeah. T90, I would like to congratulate to the doink emote. I like it. You like it? I didn't do the doink there, but doink, you know, I don't know where that noise came from, but one of those days I was casting and that happened, and my weird personality got the best of me. Oh! dogao was close to sniping the scout. So 3 fishing ships for dogao, 4 for Ganji. And Ganji has not sent a Vil to dock yet. He needs to make sure that he has at least a second dock. This is actually pretty uncommon. Normally you'd see the person who's in feudal faster have 2 docks. Especially the Persian player would have 2 docks, because they're not as flexible as Japanese. And the Japanese player would be in feudal age later, but have 3. So I feel like Ganji's build order just wasn't quite as crisp and clean there. And this could hurt, because fires are already on the way for dogao. T90, are the main event matches really best of 1? Nope. Main event matches are not best of 1. If you're looking at the qualifying bracket, it's probably confusing. Where it says best of 1, it also says qualified. So the matches where it says best of 1 just means that those players are already in the main event. And then we go to the main event bracket. I'll talk more about that afterwards. It's probably best we shift our focus towards the game, and I will answer questions tonight. Now, without Japanese, these fishing ships would be done. Only because Ganji is Japanese. He hasn't lost a fishing ship yet. But it's getting close on a lot of these. If it's timed correctly, he will have his own fires arrive in just 1 moment, but he's so far behind in production already. And his fishing ships are so weak. Yeah, now he has 2 against 4. Guys, it just feels like dogao is playing a lot cleaner in this game. Now, you can repair. And I would say if you have a demo, this would be the time for it, but no demo yet. And 4 fires again, or 3 fires against 1, I don't think you can repair with. dogao's micro is just insane here. He's steamrolling on water. It's not that it's GG if you lose water, but it's very, very helpful to win it. Dogao has more villagers. He is taking out everything that Ganji has. Now, if you're wondering why Ganji has more score, it is because of the scouting. This is massive. dogao's also out here, and he's on the deer as well. So he's taking advantage of the deer. He's pretty much cleaned up on water, or at the very least has a fish advantage. And the score is because Ganji has 10, 20, maybe 30% extra scouting. Ouch. That hurts. There's about 1,000 food here, and there's also 1,000 food with the hunt. But the difference between the fish and the hunt is that the fish you can fish trap on, it also gives you more map control than just villagers. It's definitely an area of the map that you need to secure for longer than Ganji has here. But it was 2 docks against 3, and dogao still was able to clear out fish. So even if he loses his fish now, that's been a big lead for him already. But Ganji's not finished. I'd really like to see him make a gate and go out to the deer. Okay, you never know. Big demo could be incoming for Ganji. He's trying to repair the demo, I think. Oh, a nice demo for dogao. Ganji should be able to deal with this one. Wow. Ganji wants to take it out. dogao realizes it, and dogao... No, don't use it! Yeah, okay, good. Save that thing. That's what Ganji wanted you to do. You definitely want to collide with more than 1 ship with a demo. Oh boy. Not the best demo. Is that a galley? A galley? Oof. Alright, at least you got him to use the demo against it. There's a demo for Ganji. Let's go. Better micro. And you see how there's repair bills. So much micro needed here. So much repairing needed. And it's gone back and forth. It's just the start to Feudal Age that hurt Ganji. Now, dogao has a stable and he's beginning to make a few scouts. So if Ganji tries to go for the deer now and doesn't spot the fact that scouts are incoming, it could be bad. But it's likely that if Ganji keeps this up, he could clear out the fish, and neither player will have fishing ships here. It's a huge investment. There you go. Alright, so just dogao. It's possible that 2 docks caught up with dogao instead of having 3. And also the fact that he pretty much shifted his eco into farms and also the deer. Food count, it seems better for dogao, and also that's after he created scouts. He has 20 on food, and it's around 10, I think, for Ganji. So Ganji needs to add fish sooner rather than later, if that's the case. And there's no way he can leave his base. Now, he has full wall. You can't wall to the water like this, but you can wall to the edge of the map, so he's safe. And he must be aware that something's out here because of the deer moving, or he just senses it because he's placing an outpost. And he's also going to stone, which is a bit peculiar as Japanese. It's like he expects dogao to go archers. What is T90 Smurf account? The Viper. It depends on the week, but normally it's the Viper. That or Huang, but you can't really tell the difference between the playstyles, so people have never figured it out. Whoa! Ganji's walked around here. Hello. And dogao can see that. And you know dogao has scouts. Yeah, dogao's going to send 1 scout back. Alright. Dogao's on the way to Castle Age. Ganji's food eco's so bad, guys. He didn't take deer, and he didn't have the fish that dogao had. Dogao has just straight up played this better. There's no other way to say it. Well, it wasn't the sneakiest of sneaks, if you can even call it a sneak. And Aville's not walled in. Jeff, what are you doing, dude? This is funny. Dogao doesn't see it yet. Dogao obviously spotted it. Great awareness. Okay, now he sees him. Should just take 3 hits, or 4 rather. Okay. Oh! 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 Alright, see, Ganji Smurf account is not the Viper. See, pretty clear. It's pretty clear. Ooh, Ganji sending a villager forward. This probably is for a siege workshop. Siege workshop next to the relic would make sense, and Ganji's making an archer transition when Persians have +2 to attack versus knights. Dogao will soon be in Castle Age to make knights, and he's probably adding siege. It is not my job to look for positives. It is my job to call it and say it how it is, and it is not good for Ganji. Certainly not as good as it was in Game 1, but that's what I mentioned in Game 1. You have to win those. If you get ahead like that, you have to win. Because you have to expect Dogao's going to smash you a few other times. Alright, he sees the siege workshop. So he has that knowledge. At least he knows to be careful. He could actually, if he wanted to be sneaky, send his archers around this way. And maybe loop into Dogao's gold area. But again, dogao can make knights. And dogao will clean up that spear, and that siege workshop will happen anyways. The spearman's not going to be enough there. Fishing ships are out, though. And that's going to be the way that Ganji can stay alive in this game, is if the fishing ships stay there. He has cleared up dogao on water. Sweet stuff. Okay, so is he trying pikeman crossbow? I mean, you're Japanese, so pikeman crossbow is interesting. But the real issue with pikeman crossbow is it's very slow, and it both die to siege. Oh, and he didn't have a blacksmith, apparently. So now he's about to arrive in Castle Age. And he didn't have fletching for his archers, or any upgrades on the spears. This is looking dangerous. And dogao's on 2 town centers. I don't know why I'm singing. dogao will be in. This could just be the game right here. If there's no magic from Ganji to somehow keep these knights out, he's in big trouble. The house foundation's down. The mango's there. The archers aren't crossbows yet, and boom, they are down. dogao will not hesitate to just fight spearmen. The gold is there. They're crossbows now, but the ones that do remain are weak. This is looking bad for Ganji. In more ways than one, right? The economy's gonna hurt, the military's gonna hurt. Normally, if you're ahead in military, you can be behind in economy. Or if the other way around, it's fine. But here, he's behind in both categories. And if you're behind in both categories, that spells trouble for you. dogao is playing clean. We knew he'd be in shape going into Hidden Cup 3 qualifiers. It's near perfection from dogao behind this. Look at this. 3 town centers. It's producing knights, machinels, and monks. That Vil count right there, that's at 20 already, at 20 difference. It will be even more. I'm loving the dogao support in chat, by the way. All the Brazilians. Can you guys share a top 10 player though? Please? Can we just have one in America? Just one. I mean, you could argue that there are no top 8 players because pro players did not vote any Brazilians in the top 8. But you have a ton in the top 20. Just give us one. That's all we ask. Daniel's getting there. It's funny when someone comes around here and makes the Brazil joke, like the World Cup joke, where Germany 7-1 Brazil. Because at first you laugh, and then you remember like how many good Brazilians there are in the community, and how few Germans there are playing at the high level. So in the age community, that joke doesn't really, it's not the same. Come on, Ganji. Come on, Ganji. Wow, dogao will take out the docks now. 77 villagers versus 48. That's true. You had to get Viper to move to Germany. That's true. Oh! Oh! Forgot about that one. Nice play, Ganji. Hey, at least you got one of the highlights of the game here. He just sends out a demo and takes out those Mangonels. But again, here's the worry. It's not so much what's going on here anymore. It's the damage that was done. And it's the economy that dogao's been able to have behind all of this. And it's so good that he could flood full knights and win right now. It's so good he could get to imp faster and win. So I really am worried for Ganji at the moment. And to me, it just looks like dogao will do what I said. He'll know how much faster he was to the town centers, and he'll know how good Persian knights can be here. And I believe he'll try and make a Mangonel or two, but it's just going to be all-in knight production. No need to take this to the Imperial Age. Whoa. I saw some T90 dues in chat. Amish says, thanks for prolific videos and all the lulz. Low elos and Hidden Cup 3, I find myself here every day. Amish, thank you for the $100. If you're here every day, you're going to be here a lot of days because we have so many. Well, we have 1 day left in round 1, and then we have a bunch of nonsense coming, or not nonsense, good sense. Next weekend. Thank you. I can't say more than that, man. Broodvan, Res Term, Black Marketeer, thank you guys for the Hidden Cup pipes and support. I'm just waiting for the big fight now for dogao. 100 villagers versus 56. I think he's going to fight when the Mangonel's about to be here. Yeah, I think he's going to... Seems like it. Okay, there are some monks, right? Monks can help with conversions. He's pushing forward. This is this is not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Persian Knights, bonus versus archers. Alert, alert. The demos! The demos! How much will the demos help here? Oh my god! Too bad he didn't have a few more. That's actually not too bad. Dogao's probably like, are you kidding me? Okay, okay, here comes another demo. The fires are blocking? Boom! That was actually way better than I thought it would be. I thought all of these crossbows would be dead. They still might be. Boom! I mean, it's something, right? It's something. But more knights are on the way with the economy that Dogao has. And the demos won't be... they'll be a factor there. They might even be a factor with another hit here. Boom. But the reality is, Dogao can make more units. Ganji, he can't afford it. And it's 117 villagers to 64. Props to Ganji, though, for fighting on, man. There's not many times he's gonna... This is the first time that he has ever played Dogao, I think. Dogao says he's never played Ganji before, so... He's continuing to fight, and... Obviously, he knows who Dogao is and his reputation. Sometimes that's something that, as viewers and even as a caster, we forget. This is a joy for them. They go in thinking they might lose this, but it means a lot that they're even considered to be, you know, to have an option or opportunity to play someone like Dogao. I'm sure means a lot to him. Well, game one was close. Game one was a sick game. Just all around. That was amazing. If it was Hidden Cup and we didn't actually know the player identities there, I think I would have casted that very differently. Another town center. This is 5 town centers now for Dogao. And a forward castle. T90, we need more community players on these tournaments. They go for the highlights. Well, listen, he's not... Yes, it was a highlight, but it was a desperation move, that's all. And you have Mangonels, you have crazy, don't look back at your economy micro, you have demos. Those are the types of things that can change games for you, so... As much as I love highlights, I also believe the best highlights come with the best players, right? So for the qualifier, that's exactly what we've seen here. Where we've had so many good players. 80% away from the Imperial Age now. Yeah, Ganji, I don't want you guys to think that Ganji doesn't belong here. He obviously does. He got the rating required, and he was very close in game one. But Velez, Doubt, Nikov, Dogao, these are all players who have played in previous Hidden Cups that are in the qualifier, and they're showing you why they were in the previous events, right? And why they're favorites to qualify. And we haven't seen Doubt play yet, but we have seen 2 games from Dogao, and Dogao was just a beast. It wasn't even close, honestly. Faster feudal. Yes, he lost water, but he transitioned into multiple TCs. Ridiculous. He ended that game, 37-minute game, with 138 villagers, Cavalier on the way with armor, and he had a few relics. Just clean as it gets. Look at that. Whew! More food, wood, stone, and gold collected from Dogao. So Ganji has one more try on a home map. If he wins this game, then we move on to some of Dogao's home maps. But I bet you Dogao wants a 3-0, because Dogao most likely does not want to show any strategies to who he would face in the next best of 7. El Dorado is the next home map, and this is a map with options. We saw Slam perform, well, not so well on that map. And we saw Barrels perform really well on that map. So I'm not going to waste much time here. Let me get the scoreboard up. I don't know if you guys can just sense the happiness in my voice, though, with how well these games have been, how good the competition has been, and how much you guys have been enjoying it as well. This is solid. All right, there we have it. Hold on a second. I actually did something wrong. We need game 3. Okay, perfect. Everything should be set. Ganji is Zlatan of AoE 2. He might not win, but he will do something interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay. The Zlatan. Who would be the Zlatan of AoE 2? I mean, I guess Ganji's Swedish, so that counts for something. I don't know. Okay, guys. Welcome to game number 3. I'm hoping Ganji gets a win. I don't know about the viewers here. I need to switch the colors. There we go. Ganji's back in the blue. He is in the south, and I believe he will have a prepared strategy for this map. It's a weird map. You have 2 deep fish with 525 food for Hidden Cup 3. So 2 deep fish with more food as opposed to 3 with normal food. You can collect them with villagers. And I think unless Chinese are globally banned, Chinese is probably the best civ for this. And for all the mirror matchups we could see, Chinese is probably the best because they do everything. So it won't be bland. They have water. They have land. They have stables. They have knights, camels, arbalest, chukunu, ram, scorpion, monks. They can do anything. Except eagle warriors, of course. On El Dorado, you have the water on the outer ring as well. You have boar, you have deer, but you have 2 tiles of gold and 2 tiles of stone that you have to live with and then move to the center. And that center is always visible. We'll see what Ganji has planned. Now, in the previous set, we saw players go for a dock on the outer ring and fight for water. I think that makes sense. The fish next to your town center will only last so long. But I also know dogao is experienced in this. Hidden Cup 2 qualifiers, dogao won. Only 2 people qualified, and the final of his section of the qualifier, he faced Lan, and he beat Lan on El Dorado. We actually had to make a map change because dogao was so cutthroat in that. He found a loophole in our map, and we've since sorted that one out, but... Oh, no. Okay, Ganji almost lost his scout to the town center. That would be really sloppy on a map like El Dorado, because it's normally pretty easy to know where they're at. I assume scouts, probably scouts, and also water control will be the play. There's dogao. I like this dock too, because it blocks that 1 tile gap. So he just needs a house or a palisade there, and he's walled. It's just the little things. And Ganji is also docking. What was the exploit? Probably shouldn't have brought that up, because I don't want you to judge the man. But basically, before... it was not this type of a terrain, and it was a terrain that you could build on, like this. And he saw in the rules that it was not disallowed to do what's called deleting the fish. So you could place a palisade over the fish and it just disappears. And we didn't ban it in the rules. So he scouted, he went next to his opponent's TC so he could see it. And then he palisaded it. And then we stopped and we're like, no, that's not allowed. And he said, sorry, but I was very clear. I made sure that it wasn't in the rules. And that's why I did that. And so we couldn't do anything. And Lan was like, all right, well, I could have done that too. You know, Lan wasn't too pleased, I'm sure. But the good thing is this time we have 8 people who can qualify. Lan is another person who's expected to go through. So the qualifier features a lot of names we saw before. Except for Jordan. Feels bad, man. I really wonder, let's say Jordan came back 2 months ago and was training. I wonder if Jordan would have been able to get past some of this competition. I know that there's a lot of Jordan fans out there, and I'm one of them. He would have to be in good shape, but it would still be tough for him, man. Because in Hidden Cup 2, he got swept nice and early. I think it would be interesting, right? Hard to say. Ganji. He has his dock up. He's on his way to feudal faster. He's starting to wall a bit. And dogao is also on the way up to the next stage. So this is kind of similar to the first game. Or sorry, the previous game. Ganji's up a bit faster to feudal. I feel like it's almost better. You see how dogao has added 2 more fishing ships? So it's intentional for him to delay his uptime, so he has a little bit more eco. And when the players are so far apart, I think it makes more sense to go for the greedy play with fish. Whereas Ganji only has 2 fishing ships, and he'll probably build a dock. Wait, he might not actually. I'm not sure what he'll do. Because he's making a barracks now, which tells me he might want to go for scouts. I think dogao will delay that. Now, I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think. Dogao's definitely going to wall his base, though. He's working on it already. In Jordan's defense, that was the Max that swept him in the first round of Hidden Cup 2. That's true. That's true, and Max was an animal. So, that's the thing about Hidden Cup. It's hidden seeding. You don't know who you're facing. Ooh, dogao. His scout isn't completely walled in, but he does take some hits. Now he could go for downhill hits, though, and he does not. Yeah, so he'll peace out of here. T90, what do you think of Malay on El Dorado? Well, I'm going to reverse this around on you. Why do you think Chinese is so good on El Dorado? The reason Chinese is so good on El Dorado is because normally the weakness of Chinese is the start, because you don't start with food. And with this, you start with instant food underneath the TC. So if you go for any other civ than Chinese, you pretty much are looking at a 3-villager lead for Chinese. So it's... Now, of all the mirror matchups, I feel like on all the Hidden Cup maps, if there's a potential mirror matchup, they are exciting mirror matchups. We saw the Indian Wars on the other map, for example, Slopes. But yeah, Chinese makes sense. Chinese, Vikings. But you can globally ban it. So if you, let's say you know your opponent, or you think you're really bad on this map and your opponent's good on it, you can globally ban Chinese and then you can go for something else. It's always an option. But then you can't pick Chinese yourself, so. So I guess Malay it would be solid, but I'd be looking at other civilizations before Malay, if we're talking top tier meta. Dogao's just playing safe. Backdock so he can add more fishing ships and playing safe in the choke. Ganji has added more fish himself, though, so we'll see. And Dogao's still playing safe with spears. That is probably not a fight that Ganji should take. Yeah, there's too many spearmen there. Dogao is pretty close to the center, but I think being close to the center is actually a disadvantage for you. Because that's where all the pressure is going to happen. So, yes, you can get there a bit closer, but we saw in Slam's case that it wasn't necessarily a benefit for him. Because what happened was Ganji castled the center. Or, not Ganji, sorry. Bartles castled the center, and then it was so close to Slam's eco. So if Dogao castled the center, at least Ganji still has a lot of space between that. But when they castle, if they castle, what they do, all very much depends. So now you see a stable from Dogao, and so now he's going to add scouts. Interesting. 36 villagers for both. This is the closest game we've seen in terms of eco, I guess. They're just playing defensive on water. I think that's a good move. For now, anyways. 500 food for Dogao. I don't think he'll add scouts. I think he'll go for a... Whoa! Did he just... He just lost a vill! He wanted to bring in this boar because the fish are all gone. And with Loom, he lost a villager. So, there is a loss. And that's probably because he's trying to do so many different things. What about Ganji? Did he bring in his boar? I guess he did already. Still has a turkey there and everything. But he doesn't have as much food. I don't know exactly what's gone down here, but Dogao's macro rather, seems better. Because there's 200 more food in the bank. It could be that Ganji created scouts, actually. That would make sense. What's up, Teutonic Tanks? Teutonic Tanks, who are you rooting for right now? Nibita donated $5 What? What? Where? Hole? What? What? Hello? Oh, there's a hole right there! Oh my god! Ganji's in, and Dogao, let's see your quick walls, man. The thing is, your farmers are not around your TC. So, like, once this boar is gone... Once this boar is gone... Oh, you know what? Dogao will be happy with that. Ganji could have just let that villager go, and he could have remained more of a presence there. But anyways, once this boar's gone, your villagers are going to be outside of the TC's range for resources. But okay. Ganji got some kills. Is he going to click up now? He's close. One thing I'm seeing is that these fishing ships are not on deep fish. That's a bit sloppy. Deep fish is better. And now, come on, Ganji. There we go. Ganji's on the way. And Ganji will also see that dogao is going to the stone, which is nice scouting intel. And he's been on his stone for quite some time. What was I talking about? Oh, Nivida donated $5. He says, I'm still amazed at how big Hidden Cup was last year. Can't wait to see how big it will get this year. All games in Hidden Cup are always amazing. Great plays, great players, great maps. The only downside is, of course, this pleb caster. Wow. Wait to really build me up and let me down there, Nivida. Insane Midget in the chat. Hey. I hope you've been well. It's been a hot minute. Exquisite and Pipe, thank you guys for the Twitch primes. Insane Midget just resubbed. He said, "Aye, I'm back, boys." Salute that guy. Not too long ago, he was dropping tons of gifted subs and bits and all types of things. Thanks, man. Oh, nice demo from dogao, who I think will go for water upgrades. Thank you, Garthy, as well. And guys, I will spend some time going through all the other names today. I'm getting to the feelsy stage, the end of the stream, where I'm just very, very happy. But it's just seconds that can make the difference. And here, dogao has about 40 to 60 seconds. He's on stone. He does not have as much stone banked up, but he's producing knights. He's pressuring. And what is this for Ganji? What does he want to build here? And why is this? Why has he not built it? Oh, he's waiting for the next stage, obviously. Right? Monastery then? Oh, man, that was close. But now on water, you have tons and tons and tons of fires from dogao. Cannot lose those fishing ships, Ganji. He's making demos. It's panic time. He's making demos out of every dock. Why the Siege Workshop, guys? Does anyone understand the Siege Workshop move? You cannot make small errors against dogao. The Siege Workshop is making scorpions now. The demos have done alright. He needs a demo here quickly before more fishing ships go down. Oh god, no, Ganji! It's falling apart for him. Ouch. Yeah, I did see he overchopped. Dogao hasn't found that yet. Scorpions is a weird choice here. Maybe he thought that dogao would have too many spears for his liking. I really thought it'd be a monastery. But, okay, Ganji's going towards the middle, guys. He's going towards the middle. Can he castle the middle? The all-important middle, where all the gold is. dogao has the stone fort too. dogao is on the way with vills. Not as many vills, but he has villagers. Ganji actually has? Oh, dogao is going for that castle. So that's a safe castle. But Ganji has more military on land. Now remember, this is something that dogao can see. He can see everything here. And that is a castle which will deny all the gold. This is doable for Ganji. I don't like what happened to him on water, but this is good. Also, he could snipe some vills. This felt very much like a 3-0 2 minutes ago, and Ganji said, I'm still in this. Nice play, Ganji. It was just going to stone early, getting a few camels out. dogao didn't have enough. That castle's going up, so I think it's wise for Ganji to leave with all of his military. But now Ganji can take gold, and dogao can't take gold. Well, what are you guys thinking here? Like, how perfect is this? We have dogao, who's up 2 games, slightly ahead economically, now in a really rough position. Now we get to see how well dogao can shine when he's under pressure yet again. Game 1, we saw that, remember? Game 1, he had struggled. He's completely out of gold and stone, guys. Can he do it with just food and wood eco? He'll have 3 TCs. There's a certain snake who, in Hidden Cup 2, found a way to win an El Dorado game without the gold in the center. And what you do is, you go for crazy farm eco, crazy wood eco. You can sell it for gold, enough gold to go imp, and you can treb, or you just go all in trash, skirmishers, light cav, pikemen, anything you can think of that doesn't cost gold. And also you can get relics. I think the El Dorado game I'm referencing from Hidden Cup 2 was definitely one of the better games in that tournament. So I think this is what you have to do with the gold you have. So you have to produce here. Dogao's, look at the docks he's adding right now. He knows he has water, so keep an eye on the bill difference. He's adding fishing ships, he's adding farms, he's adding bills. Whereas Ganji is one town center, okay? But Ganji has gold. Now, oh, this is interesting. What you can do is you can eventually ram push this with trash, use whatever gold you have to go for rams. And so Ganji, expecting that, is going to stonewall in, and I believe he's going to add a mangonel to the center. Yeah, look, he's going to wall in a mangonel behind the castle in case rams come in. That is so smart. And that's not something dogao will see until... No, he can see it. What am I talking about? What am I smoking? Of course he can see it. So it's sneaky, but at least dogao will be aware that it's happening. 73 villagers for dogao and 54 for Ganji. Yeah, you can only see the middle in El Dorado. By the way, this is my full-time job. Just so you know. So it's tough to know what to do in Ganji's shoes because you might get overconfident and think, well, if I go imp, then I can treb that castle down. You can't go water anymore. The docks were they've been destroyed. So, do you go back on water when you're already so far behind in water? Do you want to sink resources into an area where your opponent's already so far ahead? Or do you want to push your advantage home, which is the center? I really think it's got to be a faster imp with less eco. There's many similarities to Gold Rush, this map. Except your ability to push the center without gold on El Dorado it's a lot easier because you have other ways to get ahead, like on water. Oh, here's docks for Ganji. And also I would say that there's less gold for you on El Dorado. It's only 2 tiles, where on Gold Rush it's 7. So yeah, he has docks here, and dogao sees it. And Ganji's on the way to imp. But guys, dogao is selling. Do you see this? Look here. He's selling food, and he's selling wood for gold, which he can't do forever. Nice demo. And he will also go up to the Imperial Age with 30 more eco. Just no gold. Ooh, Ganji. At least he's trying to get fish on all sides. He at least seems aware. But again, you sink resources into this, you get a fishing ship or 2. That's nice. Actually, that's really nice. Oh my god! That was amazing! Oh, that's totally worth it. I take everything I said back. That was epic. Ranges for dogao. That means skirms. Ganji is on his way to the Imperial Age. As good as his map was to wall, there's a lot of hills here too. Dogao didn't have, well, he had some elevation to deal with, but it's just more difficult for Ganji to expand to 2nd and 3rd town centers. Does anyone know if Chinese get fast fire ship? I feel like it actually might be the play to go fast fire ship, but I don't know if Chinese get it because I have too many other things to worry about. I think they get Galleon for sure. I know they get Galleon with full ups. Okay, they don't get fast fire. Well, switching to Galleon wouldn't make any sense. You could go heavy demo, but that, again, wouldn't make any sense. It's like the one thing they don't get. Because they get everything else. We need that T90 Procaster emote, right? I tend to know things that matter. And I can't tell you the last time that Chinese getting fast fire actually mattered. This would probably be the only map at a high level. Alright, here comes the treb. Dogao is working on no gold. And also, he's bringing in a relic, so he will have a bit. You might also see this. I heard him adding fish traps somewhere. Fish traps over here, nice. Can dogao do it without gold and win 3-0? It would be very impressive if he could win this map, which has so much focus on gold without gold. I can guarantee you, dogao will not be happy to see what just happened there. This wall in with the mango is brilliant from Ganji. He will not be happy to see that, because if he can't make trebs and he can't make rams, what does he do? Though it's just one. If you have 3 mangonels, then you can definitely stop a ram push. 1 against capped or siege ram? Not so sure. Ganji has all of his focus on the center area. He does not have the best economy, that's for sure. Just all about taking the center. He'll worry about everything else later. dogao will work on getting relics, guys. dogao, he could raid this area. He could raid with light cap. Who needs the center? Who needs gold? If you get the food eco to make light cap and raid Ganji to death. But then you could also argue that Ganji can make camels with the gold. He could make chukunu with the gold. dogao, he does have Bracer on the way with the skirms, and I think he could protect his own trebs, and then maybe Ganji will be out of a castle, and he won't really have the middle secured at all. He's out of stone. He's out of stone. He just had to purchase stone, and now his treb is actually trapped in here. Oh no. Oh, you see the first light cav come in. dogao, he didn't get the middle, but his insane eco expansion in Castle Age, it's not only given him a chance in this game, it's given him a firm lead in this game. The chukunu, they're not upgraded. Not fully upgraded, not even close to being upgraded. And the castle's down. And now, it's just going to be a trash war, basically. I mean, Ganji doesn't have any way to spend the gold. You can take the middle, but there's a risk in that if you do not have the food and wood. It's just skirms. dogao doesn't care. He sees this. He takes a few hits. Obviously, if Ganji loses the middle, he loses the game. He knows it. He calls it. That was impressive from dogao. That was impressive. What we didn't look at in the last 20 seconds, light cap raiding the woodlines. So you can take the middle. You can take the gold in El Dorado. That can be part of your plan. But if you don't also do every other small thing right, a player like dogao will destroy you. And I have to say, because dogao is such a beast, this was expected, but props to Ganji for giving it a go, right? Well, Ganji just resubbed. All right. He says, T90, you're the worst. You didn't say good things about... No, he didn't say that. He said, thank you all for the kind words. My first big tournament qualification. Lots of nerves, but I did my very best. The better player won. Great casting. Keep it up. Aww. GG, Ganji. I was just going to say, please salute him. I know he frequents this community, and I think that he should be proud that he even got to the point of qualifying. Also, Ganji, who plays in community games, you could just say it's rigged, honestly, because to have to face dogao in the first rounds, that was very unlucky for you. dogao was so good. Well played, man. I think tournament experience, the next time you play in a tournament, you're going to have slightly less nerves, but they'll still be there. And then the time after that, slightly less nerves, but they'll still be there. And then eventually you play in enough, I think you perform better over time. But props, man. Obviously, thanks for the resub. And how good was dogao? dogao was amazing.